I am telling you something with a great guarantee and responsibility. Maybe people will accept this 10 to 20 years from now, that the low-carb diet is not just another health trend. It is the greatest discovery of this century. In the last century, penicillin and insulin were two major inventions. But this discovery is even greater. Remember, those inventions depended on medicines, but here, you don't need any medicine, you just have to change your lifestyle. Every great truth is laughed at before it's accepted. 20 years ago, people doubted that smoking causes cancer. Today, they doubt that carbs are hurting us. But truth always wins. Always. World-renowned doctors have shattered the old myths. Professor Jason Fung showed how fasting and low-carb heals diabetes. Dr. Eric Westman helped thousands reverse obesity without medications. Dr. William Davis, with his book Wheat Belly, exposed the hidden dangers in our food supply, selling over 4 million copies. Professor Tim Noakes, a marathon runner, proved that even athletes thrive without sugar. Dr. Robert Lustig fought to reveal how sugar is poisoning our children. This is not theory. This is evidence. There are many more, but for the sake of brevity, I'm not mentioning them now. Human nutrition is based on three main components: carbohydrates, protein, fat, and besides that, vitamins, minerals, trace elements, and water. Carbohydrates and fats are fuels, sources of energy, while proteins are the building blocks for muscles, hormones, enzymes, etc. Carbohydrates and fats fuel our bodies. Proteins are not primarily used for energy. Take the example of a newborn baby. A baby's body is about 60% water, 16% protein, and 19% fat, but has almost no carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are purely a source of fuel, not for building the body. Fat is the most powerful fuel. Carbohydrates are found in all plants. Animal-based foods, meat, eggs, milk, have very little or no carbohydrates. The two types of fuels we use are glucose, from carbohydrates, dirty fuel, like diesel, produces smoke, less power, and reduces lifespan. Fat, clean and superior fuel, like high-octane petrol, increases lifespan. Fat gets converted into ketones, and carbohydrates into glucose. A diesel engine cannot run on petrol, and a petrol engine cannot run on diesel, same principle. Our body, by God design, can use both fuels, but for better health, we should run on fat, ketones. When you reduce carbohydrates, fast, and exercise, the body begins to burn fat. Stored glucose at glycogen in the body gets used up within 18 to 20 hours, whereas body fat reserves can last for months. Grains like wheat are mainly starch, and starch is simply long chains of glucose molecules, pure glucose. Even sugar is half glucose and half fructose. Thus, carbohydrates are dirty fuel, just like diesel. Another important point. Our blood contains only 3 grams of sugar in about 5 liters of blood, yet, we consume 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates daily. This overconsumption is the root cause of all diseases. And that's why I say this discovery is the greatest of this century, because there's no medicine, no company, no business involved. It's based purely on natural food. You must eat food as God created it, unprocessed and natural. Wheat used to be gold, a great energy source, especially for the poor. But then it got refined. Flour mills removed all nutrients, leaving only sugar behind. Later, wheat was genetically modified, GMO. The same happened with milk. Animals were injected with hormones and antibiotics, damaging the milk too. Our ancestors would rise early, work hard in the jungles, and then eat. If you adopt that lifestyle, you can eat that kind of food too. But nowadays, when life is cars, offices, TV, with zero physical labor, the diet must also change accordingly. That's why it's said, if you're a laborer, ride bicycles, or do hard physical work, you just need to avoid processed food. Otherwise, you can eat most natural foods. But if you live a sedentary life, you must significantly restrict carbohydrates. You want to eat your ancestors' diet, but you've abandoned their lifestyle. If you want their diet, you must adopt their lifestyle too. But today, we drive cars, work in offices, sit in air-conditioned rooms, return home, sit in bedrooms, watch TV and mobile screens, burning almost 0 calories. How can you eat a high-carb diet with this lifestyle? You must change your diet. This is a small but critical point people fail to understand. Here's the easy, powerful formula. Get your carbs from fresh vegetables and natural nuts, like almonds and walnuts. Eat real foods, eggs, grass-fed meat, wild fish. Use healthy oils, coconut oil, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Cut out processed junk. Say goodbye to fake foods. Eat what God created, in the form He created it. Pure. Simple. Healing. Maybe the world will realize this 20 years later. But you have the chance to change your life today. Choose real food. Choose real health. Choose the life you were designed to live. Before it's too late. The future is natural. The future is low carb.